basic questions are great. In fact, the only bad question is the one that's not asked. We find that if you ask questions, it just helps you to feel more comfortable. It helps us to understand where you are and allows us to really know your goals, your objectives. I get questioned all the time about bonds. What are you thinking about bonds now, Eric? Interest rates are 50-year lows. Why would I buy bonds? Well, the basic premise is if interest rates go up, the value of bonds go down. They have an inverse relationship. Tax-free bonds today are oftentimes paying more than a corporate bond. If you look at bonds over the last 10 years versus stocks, bonds have done better. Diversification is having things that act differently than other things. For example, if I have a tax-free bond issued by a state, that will act differently than if I own shares of General Electric, for example. They're going to act differently. One's an equity and one is a fixed income. One's affected more by credit rating and interest rates, being the bond, and the other is affected by the overall economy, their individual concern, and the ups and downs of the stock market. So those are two diversified or different investments. A sector would be like banks, bank sector. It could be a financial sector, financial services sector. So it could include a bank, a regional bank. It could include a national bank. It could include a credit card company, a credit card processor, even an insurance company, depending on how the sector is defined. It'll be something that you would look to see. These are companies that generally act similarly. They're affected similarly. They have a similar market they're going after. That would typically be defined as a sector. Some are more narrowly defined and some are more broadly defined. A closet index means you try to buy the index or basically match an index fund and do it under some guise where you're just trying to buy the same companies or similar companies that are in the index instead of buying just an exchange traded fund or an actual index. What we seek to do is we are aware of the index. It's something you should be aware of, but we seek to buy best companies and overweight or underweight any sector in the index through our proprietary in-house research. We view ourselves as teachers or as educators. An educated investor is our best asset.